Mose, and today we are going to solve questions from array and hashing set. Let's do it. So I'll try to solve couple of easy questions, and then I'll probably try to solve a medium question. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, so let's get started. Longest count prefix. Why haven't solved this one? So let's try to solve this one and see if we can solve it. Okay, so the write a function to find the longest count prefix string among an array of strings. If there is no common prefix, return an empty string. Okay, so we have to find the prefix, right? The longest prefix that we can find in an array. What what would we do for in order to find the longest prefix? Okay, so at worst, like at the best case, all the words would be same, so that would be the longest prefix, right? That's what I'm thinking, and I'm just thinking how I would take FL, like FLO. I'll compare FLO. Like, how will I decide what prefix would I take and continue forward? Or yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. And the length of the array, okay, the length of the array would be 200. The maximum size of the array would be 200. So how would you determine which one is the longest prefix? Longest prefix, right? So the brute force, let's say the brute force approach is going through the first letter of every item given to us, and if first letter is available, then we add it to the end of the list, add it to the string, then go to the second character of the word, and then see if that second character is also available throughout throughout all the words. Okay, and then go to the second, but as the second is not there, then we will be returning it, right? Yeah, we'll be returning it. So that's how we can try to do this one. Yeah, but um, I guess I will be taking the first word for like my source of truth, and I'll try to see if the prefix of the first word is matched all over the items that are with us. Okay, we can definitely do that, but is there a better way of doing this? Mm, okay, let's try to implement the brute force approach that we thought about, and then let's try to think a better way of doing this. I'm currently not able to think any better solution for this one, but let's try to say result would be the empty string that will be appending the string to and would be returning this result at the end. So this would be it for the result. And then we have to consider let source is equal to strs, and okay, and strs would be empty. So if strs length is less than, or if it is equal to 0, then return result. So as strs could be length 0, so I'm just checking that edge case over there, excuse me. Length, okay, length length. So strs of 0 would be our source, right? So what we have to do is that, yeah, we have to first of all consider, we have to have a loop which will start from 1, and if and one more edge case is that if strs of length is equal to 1, then return strs of 0. Yeah, because there is not there will be nothing else to compare it with, so we can just return it right away. So yeah, as we are considering strs of 0, we can start our index from 1, and strs dot length I plus plus. Okay, so we have this here. This would be our inner loop, but I'm writing it first, and we are going from inner to outer, like that. And what we gotta do is we need to set a flag is equal, yeah, we need to set it to false, and okay, is not equal. So what I was thinking, whenever the items the item that we are looping for, oh wait a minute, I guess I might be going somewhere wrong. Okay, no, I'm not going anywhere wrong. So what I can do is strs of I dot substring 0 comma whatever the value of, so let me just write the for loop, the outer for loop for let I equals to 0, I is less than source dot length I plus plus. Okay, I just want to do this, and let pre is equal to source dot substring of I, yeah, from 0 to I, we want to do that, and let's call this j. Okay, and the substring let check pre is equal to strs of j to I, whatever the current I we have to check it, right? So if pre is equal to check pre, if they are not equal, then I want to do something. If they are not equal, let's say, then I need to return the result right away, whatever the result I've accumulated. But let's say I don't be needing this flag anymore, then in that case, and once the pre comes out of this loop and everything is matching, then we have to kind of set pre to result, and then at the end we will be returning the result. So yeah, that's what I think it should do. Okay, so it's running fine when I'm running it. I want to add a test case where there is just a single word, uh, like flower. Okay, if I run this, yeah, that works. And what if I don't have anything in here? That should also work. Oh, but oh, there will be always a string. Okay, cool. There will be always a thing, so the test case is not valid. Okay, let's add arrays in here so that it won't fail. Okay, so 95 test case was solved out of 124. So everything was flower. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. Should I be doing I plus 1 here in that case? Use test case, run this, let's see. Can I delete? Yeah. So this is working. Now if I do this, oh, now it's accepted. Cool. So I guess I have to just do I plus 1. Yeah. So this was a brute force. I would say, what would be the time complexity of this? It surely should be m into n, where m is the length of the first letter, first character, or first word, and the j is the length of the whole string, m into n. Yeah, better way of doing this could be not sure, but okay. Better way of doing this. You know what? I'll just look at the editorial and figure that out. Okay. So horizontal scanning. For a start, we will describe. Let me have some water. For a start, we will describe a simple way of finding the longest prefix shared by a set of strings LCP. We will use the observation that, okay, longest common prefix, right? To employ this idea, the algorithm iterates through the strings, finding at each iteration I the longest common prefix of string. When LCP is an empty string, the algorithm ends. Okay. So I guess they are considering the prefix to be the first character, and then they are traversing from first position to the last, and strs of I index of prefix, if prefix dot substring prefix dot length -1. Okay, what they are doing here, strs of I index of prefix is not equal to 0. So I guess they are just checking if the prefix is not equal to 0, and then prefix dot substring prefix dot length so I did not quite get this, where divide and conquer is also there. Whoa, binary search, how can you do a binary search here? Okay, let's take a look at slightly different problem. Oh, okay. So let's see what LeetCode has to say for this problem. Let's see his YouTube video and try to figure out what's happening here. Once this ad is done, we can probably jump into this question. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I don't think so. You guys might be able to hear it. Okay, let me just check if the audio
is a prefix? Well, it's just a portion of the string. So for example, this string flight, a prefix is just any portion of the string starting from the beginning. So F is a prefix, FL is a prefix, FLI is a prefix, flight itself, the string itself is a prefix. As long as it starts from the beginning and is continuous, then it's a prefix. And we want to return the longest common prefix among all of these strings. So what's the intuitive way to tackle this problem? Well, look at the beginning, right? All three of these strings start with an F, right? So F is a common prefix among all of these strings. Let's look at the next character, L. L is the second character in all of the strings. So another prefix that's common among all the strings is FL. Now let's look at the third character. O is the third character in this string, O is the third character in this string, and I is the third character in this string. So unfortunately, FLO is not common to all three of the strings. It's common to these two, but it's not common to this one. So FL is going to be the longest common prefix that we have, so that's what we can return. So the problem really is that simple, but there are a couple edge cases that can trip you up if you are a beginner. So we're going to be focusing on that, especially when we code it up. So basically, we are going to simultaneously iterate through all of the strings that we're given. You know, one of the strings could be shorter than the other string. So for example, if we weren't even looking at this string, we can see that these two strings, this string and this string, they both start with flow, right? So flow is a common prefix to both of these two strings. Then if we got to the fifth character, we'd see that, okay, E is the fifth character here. This string does not even have a fifth character, right? So if we get out of bounds out of one of the strings, then we know we can stop, right? And that makes sense, right? Flow would be the longest common prefix among these two strings. So what's going to be the time complexity of this solution? Well, potentially we're going to have to go through every single character of every single string. That would basically be the case if, you know, we had, let's say we had flower and we had it multiple times, right? Then we'd have to potentially iterate through each of those flower strings, right? Because they're common, so we wouldn't stop. And then we have to go through every single character. So the overall time complexity, let's say, is going to be n, where n is the total number of characters that we're given. Or if you want to say that n is the average size of the string, and we have m different strings, then you could say this is the time complexity, right? However you want to formulate it. But overall, we're going to just have to iterate
Yeah.
through each character in the entire input once. With that said, we're
So
ready to code it up.
I guess we'll be doing the prefix n, whatever the prefix we have found so far, n into minimum of. Oh no. Okay. So I guess what we'll be doing is minimum of the string length, right, into the length of the entire array.
It up. So the first thing we're going to do is initialize our result. Remember, if let's say we did our result for a loop earlier, then it's actually shown right now. So we'll have to remember to handle that case. I'll handle it slightly differently than using a conditional out here. So okay, so we're iterating through every index. We want to now iterate through every single string and make sure all of the strings have the exact same character at index I. So let's go through every single string. So for S in the list of strings that we're given, we want to check that every single string at index I is the same. So let's compare this arbitrary string S to the first character of the first string, right? We could pick any of them, but we just want to make sure that they're all the same. So we'll just make sure to choose the same one every time. So we'll go to the first string, right? Strings at index 0 is the first string in the input, and then we'll go to index I of that string. So as long as they're equal, we're going to continue. If they're not equal, though, which is this case, then we're going to have to return, right? We're going to have to return whatever our result is so far, because we know that whatever this prefix is, that's going to be the result, because we can't make the longest common prefix any longer. But there's one case that we didn't think about. What if we went out of bounds, right? What if this string S is out of bounds? Because we know this is going to be in bounds because that's our I pointer up above, right? I is always going to be in bounds of the first string because that's what we're iterating through up over here. But this string might go out of bounds. So before we check this condition, we're going to make sure that I is in bounds. So we're going to say that if I is equal to length of S, which means
I guess the solution that we coded out is probably a better intuitive way of doing this, isn't it? Like I did not understand what he was trying to do, but I guess this would be. Sorry guys, I'm getting a call. Hello. Yeah, I know. Good morning. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. But I have sent a while back, like a different email for the resume. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. 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 Will do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I guess the other solutions are bit overkill. I don't know. Like they looks like they look like pretty solid in whatever they are trying to achieve here. But coming up in this interview, it's not pretty intuitive. But okay. So what they are trying to do is longest count prefix is given. I'm just checking out this solution. It looks interesting. So str equal to null, and length is equal to 0, returns an empty string, return longest count. Strs 0, strs. Okay. So why? Okay. So L and R they have sent. So L equal to R. Return strs of L. Okay. Else find the mid, then send mid and this guy, and once the left and right are found, then count prefix. How they are finding the count prefix? Let's see. Mat dot min left length and right length. Whatever is min, we are going to compare it with that. So left caret I. So they are updating the okay. So whatever is common, they might be sending it upwards. So let's say LeetCode was there. So we found this too. Then conquer. In conquer, what we are doing is we are finding lead. Okay. Like out of these two, what was common, we are finding it out. Then we are sending in lead. Then we found out lead. Then we are comparing. Okay, this is also pretty intuitive. Like uh, like if one has solved a lot of divide and conquer questions, then this might be pretty intuitive. Yeah. Yeah, good thought process, I would say. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that is this is it for this one, and we are 28 minutes into it, and my camera might be about to turn off, so I'll reset it. I want to buy a camera, but I'm not sure which one to buy for the streaming, because in interviews also I'm facing a, like, my camera is turning off all in between of the interview, and I'm not able to continue. What is wrong with this button? Okay. And I wanted to add it to the array list, right? Yep. Array. Cool. So let's see if I've ever solved this one. I guess I have solved this one. I haven't solved this one, so this was solved by my wife, or yeah, a while back. Okay, cool. So let me send this guy an email, and then we can continue from there onwards. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, where is the email? Yesterday I've sent this guy an email. I'm not sure where that went. But yeah, anyways, okay, sending it, and then once we okay, what should we do next? Okay, we are here. We can check this. We did not check how many times this question has been asked. Oh my. So this is really important question. Can you just see the number of times this question has been asked? It's like a lot. And let's star mark this question, a really important question. Okay, I haven't I'm not sure if I have solved Pascal triangles, but let's try to solve this one as well. And I was thinking of probably shifting my this daily LeetCode gem timing to something else. Yeah, probably in the evening. I'm just thinking so that I can work out in the morning and do this LeetCode gem in the evening. But I'm not sure. Yeah, let's not think about it right now and think about this one. Okay. So given an integer nums row, return the first num row of Pascal triangles. In Pascal triangles, each number is the sum of the two numbers directly above it has shown. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Pascal triangle, right? Okay, if num row is there, then 1 1 1 1 2 1, okay, 1 3 3 1 1 4 6 4, okay, got it. Okay, let me see this animation again. So 1 1 1 1 1 3 3 4 3 1. Okay, got it. Okay, so looks like this is, so I'm just thinking how should we tackle this one. Okay, so the first thought is we need an array, right, for every time we begin, um, and we need to also have a pre-array where we will be storing the result of the previous that we have solved. Okay, and nums of rows equals to, it will be 5 to 30, right? Okay, got it. So why don't we start with here? We'll always consider that there is one element with us always, 1 or 1 1 as it will be. So what I'm thinking is we'll have a result array that will be returning at the end, and result uh, dot push will have one already in it, right? As okay, so what I was thinking, that while n nums of num rows is less than 5, oh sorry, is less than 0, less than equal to 0, till that point we have to do this, right? Okay, yeah, we gotta do this once. So 5, so let me just check. 0 1 2 3 4. So if we have pushed this already, then 5 minus 4, 5 4 3 2 1. I guess I have to do it 1 less than equal to 1, because I have already pushed this as a result in this one. So I'll do that till this point, and I have to always decrement num rows count minus minus at the end, so I know that. But now is the challenging part, that where I have to kind of uh, have, I was what I was thinking is, um, I will have two pointers, left 0 and right would be result of result dot length minus ones. So what I'm trying to do here is sorry, let let's take the last element. Okay, take the last element by using this. So after using this we'll get the last element, and right should be pointing at the last index of that last element. So last element dot whatever the length would be, minus 1, right? Yeah, so right would be pointing till there. So while left is less than right, yeah, while left and right is left is less than right, what we gotta do is we have to add both of those and add it to the array, and as wait a minute, let let last. So what I'm trying to do is I want to last element length is equal to, let's take this here and paste it over here, last element length. Okay, once we have this with us, what we'll do is yeah, once we have the last element length with us, what I want to do is let next next um, next row, or instead of calling it last element, let's call it last row, as we are as Pascal triangle is kind of rows, num of rows, we are seeing everything in row terms, so we'll keep it that way. So row, I guess I shouldn't be over, yeah, I should be out of time right now. So new array, so last row, so this is one element greater than the last element, right? So last row length plus 1, so the length would be plus 1 or plus 2, because we are kind of doing minus, oh, let's do this minus 1 here and plus 1 here. Okay, so that this is balanced out. Yeah, and our next row pointer will start at 1, because the last two would be kind of like filled with filled with the filled with the elements. So what we can do is next row of 0 is equal to um, and also call this last row, so that our, yeah, last row of I guess it will be always 1, right? So we can just say equals to 1, and next row, last row length plus 1 equals to 1. Yeah, if we do that, I guess that should be good. Yeah, isn't it? Yep. So what we want to do is we want to take, let sum is equal to whatever last row of left was there, we want to plus this plus last row of right minus minus. Okay, once we do that, what we'll have is sum, yeah, we'll have the sum, and next row pointer, we gotta increment it, and equals to sum. Yep, and I think that should probably work. And but I'm forgetting one thing, I need to add that to result as well, result dot push next row. Yeah, so once we push this next row, the last and nums minus minus, let's try to run this. I guess it shouldn't be okay. Next row is not defined. Oh, new row pointer, next row pointer, sorry, my bad. I guess it's going out of bound. So nums rows is, oh, if it is greater than equal to 1, till that point I have to run this. Okay, okay, let's not do this, and let's just do this, left plus plus, right minus minus minus, and what else did we have? And next row pointer plus plus plus, yeah, plus plus. Oh, still the same thing, still the same thing. Okay, looks like I'm having an extra character over here. Okay, why is this happening? So I have this last row result length minus 1. I'm taking the last element and kind of having the last row. Okay, then last row dot length. Yeah, I took the length of the last row, then I have left and last row length minus 1, because I'll be pointing at the last item, right? Yeah, and next row is equal to new array, and every time it will be greater than the last row's length, right? So that's why I was adding 1. Can I just see what um, the next row looks like? Or should I just do this? Okay, now it's now it's not that perfect, but yeah, we are somewhere closer. Okay. Wait a minute. It's not taking the last two indexes. It's taking, okay, first two, then, okay. Okay, my bad. I did not see the question properly and I straight away jumped into it. So, yeah. So, first, and plus 1, then plus 2, then plus. Okay. Okay, so I think I don't need the right, I just want to start from the beginning, and what I want to do is for let I is equal to 0, it's kind of getting messier, so I'll just keep it here, and I is equal to 0, I is less than last row len minus 1, right? Yeah, I guess I should do that because I don't want it to consider the plus 1. Okay, so what we want to do here is let sum, whatever the sum was there, we want to kind of, it won't be right, but I plus 1 and I, yeah, will have the sum ready for, yeah, this guy. Yep, and we can just get rid of this and we can move this here, and once we are done with this adding everything, and let's get rid of this as well, and what we can do is, are we needing last row anywhere? Yeah, last row is required here, so we'll keep that as is, and we have added once 1 to here, and I0, yeah, I think they should work. Okay, I guess I got 121 1331 146 41, but okay, yeah. Okay, okay, now I've got the actual answer. Cool. So we can just submit this. Okay, cool. The time complexity of this would be, we are running this length n number of rows, we are running it till number of rows into for loop, n into n. Is it n into n editorial, let's, or is it just n? Oh, there is a dynamic programming also involved in here. Yeah, number of rows square, yeah, n into n. Okay, cool. Okay, so this, let me see, pretty important. Looks like it's been asked by a lot of companies. Even TCS and Persistent are also also likes to ask this question. Let's, what the hell is, why this clicking the star is so hard? Come on, dude, come on. Okay, cool, now I've got it. Okay, so we've solved 2 questions, and those were pretty solid questions that are asked a lot of times in interview: longest count prefix and Pascal triangles. So yeah, that would be it for today's session. Yeah, okay guys, then see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye, take care.